Hello again, resin model collectors. So we have this thing is so heavy I'm gonna weigh it. We have a brand that's new to me called TMaster, and this is the bag it came in, and then it came in a box from AliExpress. It's very relatively expensive for the resins I usually buy. I don't know if it's old, like almost sold out or what, but anyways, I gotta weigh this because this is the heaviest 1/64 scale packaging I've ever come across, and I've got over 1,000 64 scale models here reviewed. 350 grams for this. So I think possibly maybe a lot of the pricing I paid was this packaging. I tend to complain about that a lot because it's going to be most likely become garbage, right, that pollutes us. And I don't want to buy stuff I'm just going to throw in the garbage barrel, you know. I'd just rather have a cheaper price, you know, just enough to make sure the model doesn't show up damaged, and then I have the model to display. I'm not going to display this box. This is really nice box, but man, that is a tight tolerance. So that is a quality thick chunk. That's the thickest cardboard box I've run across. And then you have this gold stamping in it, so that's why this thing costs so much. You have to buy that. It's nice. If you want to give a nice gift away, this is it. But I'm buying these for my own consumption. So there's 300 of this silver color, apparently. Laurite silver, and this is the 2007 model of this vehicle. There's a little extra foam in here. And then we have a nice, microfiber thing, which again, I paid for. I have so many of these now. I just don't see a need for brands to give us this stuff. I mean, you buy sunglasses, you get the things. You get them with everything. Oh my god, this might be metal. That's why. Alright, so this again, this is the thickest. That is crazy strong. So, I mean, you're buying it, but yeah. Alright, it's handmade, extremely rare model. Not for children of under 14. Maybe damaged if touched. And you don't want to leave it at high temperatures. Okay, yeah, the glue would probably work loose. Yeah, you know, it's advisable that you don't open these things up, in my opinion. I do it because it's the only way I can get into the close-up views. But after that, I put it right back in the case, and that's it. This is aluminum. That's why it weighs so much. This is literally a piece of aluminum. It looks like it's sandblasted and it's anodized. It's also chamfered after it was anodized. So this is crazy. This is the most elaborate display ever for a 1/64 scale model. I mean, please tell me if you've seen something more elaborate and expensive. I almost don't even want to open this now because it's got special stickers on it even. I don't know. Can we look at this? You know what? We might actually be able to review this through this actual box. We're going to try it out. If it annoys me, then I'll open it up. There's two fine stainless steel screws holding that model down. I can't get over this. And then you'll notice the side is yellow. Oh, is that tape? It looks like hobby tape. Yeah, you know what? Well, let me check, because if it is, I'm going to open it up, because that's just silly. I don't need to look at hobby tape. Unless that's actually... It just looks like there's air pockets behind there. Alright, whatever. I'm going to open this up. Bye-bye elaborate tape that I had to pay for. TMaster, you know, it's nice that you're trying to have a premium luxury. This is beyond premium. This is luxury. But it's really unnecessary. It's this kind of thinking as to why all of us are polluted now. Okay, so... Yeah, so that tape was put there to make sure the thing fits tightly, but it looks kind of cheap, actually. So, but bear in mind, this will scratch up that acrylic now because you now have metal on plastic contact. Alright, so again, it was anodized and then they chamfered off the top and the bottom edges. So that takes a lot of effort. You got to put it into a fixture in the CNC machine. Very impressive. And then the base of it, look at this, they inset a piece of stainless steel that's brushed. So the car is resting on a brushed piece of metal. It's not a mirror, but you can clearly see you know, this hazy reflection. It's actually really neat, but I can't get over how elaborate this is. We haven't even talked about the model yet. So there's the etching of the serial number, the TMaster. We have the SLR Roadster. Odd that it doesn't say Mercedes or McLaren or anything like that. I guess it's because it's unlicensed, but then again, you have a star right in the middle of the thing. So, okay, let's look at the photo comparisons here. Let me get this plastic out of the way. Resituate this, get in close. I already spoke about the car when I reviewed the Mini Champs versions. Yeah, so I'm not going to talk about it again, other than the fact that it was probably really expensive and pretty awesome looking, I think. But it looks so kind of over-styled to me, but yet the rear half of the car looks pretty elegant. And then these turbine-looking wheels, really funky. The crazy huge shark gill vents, the side pipes there in the front, really cool. And the rear is actually quite conservative looking. Looks like an SLK, which is offensive to anyone that owns this car. Right, it looks pretty nice. You have to... The car is silver in my hand. It's just that I think my camera is adjusting for something. Either the bright LEDs above us. The photos also clearly look silver. Well, anyways, a car this expensive probably had a few different silver options. So... maybe that's what it is. This is going to get tiring to hold. This is going to be an exercise video. I'm going to start with the front wheel as usual. Very nice. So you can see there's lug nut details. You can see there's a photo etched piece of metal for the Mercedes star in the middle. And you can see the caliper is three-dimensional. The brake rotor just looks like a flat piece of metal. No etching, no details. But maybe the real car just has flat rotors. I mean, they're huge. All right, the tire there, it's rounded. It's not slab-sided. Even though it has tread from the side, it doesn't look like it's gonna go rally racing. So TMaster at least understands that logic. That a lot of other brands seem to miss. I don't know why. And then we have this really cool flat orange marker that's translucent. That's not paint. It's literally a piece of resin or plastic in there. Look, got the light bouncing around in there. I can't get over that. That's really nice. That center cap is really nice. The side vents here. First, the horizontal strakes. I'm gonna guess those are metal pieces, being that thin. Hit focus again. I think there might be something there. Maybe that's McLaren. Yeah, that's the McLaren text. It's really hard to see on the silver body. Then the side pipes. Look at those. They look chrome, but there's a recess with black in there. So I'm assuming that's molded plastic, but it's really well done. Now these vertical gills, are they metal? Oops, sorry if I hit the camera boom there. Let's see if we can, yeah, they're so thin. I'm pretty sure those are metal pieces. So you have 5 metal pieces, you know, fitting each other to make this side vent. That's a lot of work. That's really impressive. Sadly, there's no black back there. It would have been cool if they painted that depth black before they added these pieces. I'm going to switch to 1 lumen. Okay. And then the actual silver paint, if we look at this door, it's okay. It's just that towards the back of the door here, there seems to be some sort of casting problem. Like they maybe sanded too much away, or there's an air pocket there or something. The panel gaps are typical resin quality. They're as thin as a toothpick, if not thinner. The rear wheel, that seems pretty nice as well. Yeah. For some reason, I just want to see like cross drilling or something, but let me zoom in here. Look at the star in the middle of the wheel and how it's actually vertical. And the lug nut recesses. And the brake caliper, I think, could have been molded a little bit better. It looks really rounded. It looks very organic, unlike a brake caliper. Anyways, still pretty nice. Okay. The door handle here, yeah, it's just a cutout. The fuel filler door, same thing. I guess we're going to go around to the back this time since we're already here. Look at this rear tail lamp there. Looks really nice. It's the lights bouncing around in there. And then you can see this LED printing on the outside, it looks like. Yeah, really deep lenses though. And I think the border is painted black. Okay. Then we have some red in here. I don't know if I'm touching that. I don't feel anything. I should feel those grooves, but maybe these are covered in resin, like clear resin and red resin for the reflectors, because I'm not feeling those ribs. This black here, probably a separate piece. Maybe paint, I don't know. Let's look at the color separation of it. I think it's a separate piece of some sort. That license plate is fantastic. It's literally an etched piece of metal, so it's three-dimensional, right? The etching is all rough, and then the original surface is all reflective. So that's an awesome license plate. Then we have, I guess, that McLaren badge on the right side of the trunk. The star in the middle, probably a piece of metal, because it looks like it's got some height to it. Then we have maybe SLR, or I'm not sure what's on the left side, what that's supposed to say. Silver on silver is really, I think it is supposed to say SLR though. I feel like the printing of this tail lamp here is better than on that side. There's a little bit of a misprint on that, on the right side. Okay. Little wing thing there. Let's just continue around the side. We'll do the interior last, but actually these little streaks here on the bottom. Impressive. Let me get the flashlight under this thing, see what's anything important. Let me get focus. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's like dust or bolt holes, or I think there's like divots. Maybe there's like some sort of screws that hold on the underpan. Not sure. You can really see the grill here though now. Very nice. Okay, let's move on. Tread looks really good again. So this is pretty much symmetric with the other side. Alright, so now the side mirror. Looks like it's got the tiny orange bit on the edge, on the outside of the mirror. Then the mirror has reflective stickers in them, so yeah, probably looking at the camera right now, but that's a reflector. Oh, third brake light, I missed that. Tiny swatch of red there. I'm gonna guess that might be paint. It's so thin, I don't think it's a separate piece. Okay, reflector there looks good, this orange thing. And then we have these tiny fog lamps. Is that just a recess, or is there something in there? That's what I'm wondering right now. I don't know. I'm at 4 times magnification. Is there a doming there? You know what? I do think that there might be something in there. I'm looking through a phone screen, so it's hard to tell, but I think there's like a clear piece of resin in there. Maybe on a piece of metal as well. Ooh, lost focus there. Yeah, so these grill vents, probably separate pieces. The separation's pretty good. Nice texture in there as well. And then a big black line going across the bottom. That might be paint. And then in the upper part of the grill, we have these 4 sections here, maybe painted black. But look inside the Mercedes star. They first have this black grill, and then they put the star on top of it. That's really, really cool. They could have easily just added black paint, right? But no, they added another piece. These headlamps, they look very nice, right? I'm touching a smooth surface, but you can see the buckets back there, projectors back there, that's a little turn signal or something. Who knows what else is going on inside of there, but a lot of detail. The tiny little gaps for the fluid that washes those off. Going up here, get an idea of the silver again. This is pretty smooth. See how the edge of the LED up there is pretty sharp. It's not wavy. so that means the paint is smooth. Strakes again, probably etched pieces of metal, just being that thin, being thinner than a toothpick at least. And again, it might be like 5 pieces to make each of those vents. Look at that, see? Yeah, but unfortunately, such a lost opportunity. If they just put black paint in there beforehand, that would have been awesome. I'm pretty sure these are put in after the body is painted silver, because you can see the gaps there, right? That would have been cool. Alright, I guess interior time. We got this little wind deflector with an SLR printed on it. Very nice. There's air passing between the hoops there. This little tonneau is a nice texture. Okay. Wow, a lot of detail going on here. Some silver, I don't know why that's there, but it's neat. The seatbelt buckles literally coming from the side, laying down, and then it's got a floating buckle, or tongue. I'm going to call it a tongue. See? Look at that. It's silver, but the main part's black. Very impressive. It looks like there might be metal inserts inside the seat themselves, those little rib sections. Yeah, I think those are metal inserts. Wow. Okay, the center console, we got some silver, carbon fiber details, e-brake handle, silver and black, the shifter sticking up, and it's not just like a hot dog stick. It actually looks like it's ergonomic. And it looks like it literally has park, reverse, neutral, drive, or whatever that sequence of letters are next to a shifter. Well, an automatic transmission or some sorts. So going up the center console, we got these round dials. Above that, we have SLR, nice chrome-looking finish. I don't know if that's part of the carbon decal or something on top of it. More silver up there. And then I guess you got this red part of the dashboard for the glove box with the silver vent, and that vent has dimensionality to it. Then the steering wheel itself, we have a nice Mercedes star in the middle of that. It might be recessed. Yeah, it's very shiny, I can tell you that. And the instrument binnacle, looks like we have some gauges. I might have to get a flashlight in there. Maybe hit focus in that area, and then hit the flashlight. Maybe that's too much light. Okay. There's pedals on the floor. And I think those are etched pedals. See those little grooves in the pedals? And I guess there's no clutch. Maybe it's like a manumatic kind of thing at this time in car history. Wow, this is really nice. So the door panel there, nice sculpting. It's like red on the handle there. I don't know, it might be a decal. And then the armrest is also red, but there's black in between. So there's a couple different paint processes going on this door panel alone. It looks like there's silver on top of that red painted on. Alright, so really cool. Rear view mirror, yep, it looks really shiny. The top of the dash. Yeah, and then the wiper blades, are they bent to the windscreen? It looks like they are. Yeah, they are. So that's nice, they're not just laying flat there. They even got these little details here. I don't know what these would be, though. Well, I don't know. Leave a comment if you know. I gotta say, this is a nice model. And then this actually has side windows. They're just not fully down. That's quite interesting that they would go through the effort of adding side windows when a convertible clearly doesn't need to have them on there. Huh. I guess that's a nice touch. Seems unnecessary, but again, this is a really expensive model in the realm of resin models, and I think I now understand why. It's pretty awesome. So let's start off with the die-cast comparison. So these mini champs, here's the coupe version. Right. It's really this one we want to look at though. So it's die-cast. Right, everything looks blobby. Look how wide the vent strakes are. Look how the wheels here. I guess the wheels are plastic by either brand, but these are press fit together. I mean, for what it is, though, it's pretty nice. I think it's still a nice model. It's just that it's been, replaced now. Painted in grills. The texture's not so great. it's a fraction of the cost, so one can't complain about the mini champs versions. You get what you pay for. I added my own license plates to them. Alright, so here, I guess I'll let these spin so you can really see the difference between a die cast and a resin as to why the resins cost so much. Well, beyond the fact that this actually has an aluminum base plate, but it's all the extra parts, it's the fit and finish of them. One nice thing about these mini champs though is this is a clear lens and there's red behind it, whereas I think this one is just all red resin, and they put the little LED streak as a paint job on the outside surface. Okay, so that's it for the die cast. So I'm going to show off 3 resins here. Benzes, of course. So we have this 300 SL, probably my favorite Mercedes. I think this was, boy, I don't know. There's a bunch of these available for sale in various colors. MY64 maybe made this? You know, it's unlicensed. So, don't know for sure. Then, boy, I don't even remember what brand made this thing. This is resin. And it came in some weirdly shaped box, so that's why I took it out of that box and I put it on an Inno64 base. So, it's just the design of this thing was horrible. The tires are really bigger than the openings. See how the tires are squished? It's like 2 different people designed this model. The tire guy and the guy that made the body, they weren't talking at all. So it's just so horrible. I don't know what these horrible. I don't even know what this is called because I don't have the original box because it wasn't a standard size box. So, you know, when brands try to change standards, it's just not smart, right? So here's the other one that they made. I think this is, excuse me, the Vision SLR from like Gran Turismo. But again, I don't know for sure because I got rid of the original box. And then there were some problems with this one as well. Possibly the tires or wheels not fitting, or they were too wide maybe. I had to open it up and modify it. Okay, but it's nice that, you know, at least someone made this. I think this was made by Majorette. I have a video on that, I think. I could be mistaken. I've done over 1,000 videos on this. Realistic looking cars. I can't remember all of the stuff. Alright. So TMaster, looks like you made a flawless model here with flawless packaging. So, if any of you guys are interested in flawless models with very elaborate, over-the-top packaging, this is it for it. These guys are running the show here. I honestly hope you don't make any more models. I don't want to buy expensive garbage. It's just not for me. I'm perfectly happy, you know, with this regular plastic plinth and a plastic box inside a cardboard sleeve, pretty much like what Inno64 does, or Tarmac Works Hobbies. That's all I need. I want the model. Nevertheless, this is a nice looking car and shrunk it down 64 times. Pretty impressive what they pulled off here. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next resin video.